And welcome back. It is now 6:15 and we're taking a live look on our HK Dodge and Loop camera in Temple. Temperatures here are still in those upper 70s and we still got that southerly wind in place. That's going to continue to slow down as that frontal boundary, that Arctic front, makes its way in from the northwest. And once it passes through, those winds are going to shift to become more northerly, and it'll be at a pretty good clip too, at around 40 miles an hour. So I would not be surprised if we had a wind advisory issued for portions of central Texas throughout the course of the night. But we are looking at mid 80s, which were the actual observed highs for today. Some areas, as you see, like Goldthwaite and Llano, they checked in at that 90-degree mark. And by the way, that 84 blew our previous record of 80 set back in 1938 to absolute complete shreds. It was definitely a record-setting day across central Texas. We knew it was going to happen, and now it has happened. But we're going to go from temperatures rising by Raheem DeVaughn all the way to free falling by Tom Petty by the time we get to Saturday night. But for Friday night, we're going to be pretty much into those upper 40s to some mid 40s in some of our far western zones because we have that front coming on in and those winds shifting and becoming more northerly. And by the time we get to tomorrow, we're going to start off with those lower 60s and upper 50s. But then those temperatures, that is when they are going to start to take that dive as we go hour by hour through that. There you see those clouds start to move on out, but there you see those temperatures dropping all the way to around the freezing mark. So there's going to be most likely our first widespread freeze of 2021-2022 winter season across central Texas. There you see a lot of these low 30s, even some upper 20s popping on up. So if you're heading out to church on your Sunday morning, make sure you layer up because it is going to be quite chilly. And as a result of all of that, I'm going to give that a 7 on the joining meter because we're going to start off in those upper 40s, but we're only going to get briefly to those lower 60s before you take that big tumble. And of course, we do have those clouds early, and then we should expect to clear out throughout the course of the afternoon. Sunday afternoon looks pretty good. We're going to be seeing the lower 60s for your Sunday afternoon. And then that warming trend continues because those northerly winds will shift and become more southerly. And yep, we will be right back to almost where we started by the time we get to the middle sections of next week with upper 70s for your Wednesday. We will have more from China Spring and Mart's games coming up a little later on after this break.